What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great week. NFL one. It's now in the books. Man, that was fast. 1 week is already down, done, finished, out of here. We got 17 more weeks left to go. I'm going to say enjoy each and every one of those. You know, it's funny because people, here's my thing. I don't know what's going to happen next week, the week after, the end of the season, the postseason. You know, nobody knows. Nobody knows. You know, the experts can look and they can start pointing and saying, oh, this team's the best team. They're going to be the Super Bowl team. Very rarely does the team that they determine or that they start saying is going to be the Super Bowl team, is it? You know, the funny thing is, I want to just enjoy it. I want to be thankful for every week that we have for the play. I mean, until the playoffs, in the playoffs, and so on, because the season goes by too fast. In fact, life goes by too fast. So I want to savor each week, even when we lose. But you know, it's funny. The Cowboys win, and it's not about the Cowboys actually playing a good game. It's then all of a sudden, all the reasons why this team is no good. Okay? Remember when they used to always say, well, Cowboys can't beat playoff teams. Cowboys can't beat winning teams. Well, you know, if we go by what happened last year, Cleveland was both of those. Cleveland had the number one defense. Cleveland had the defensive MVP on their defense. Okay? You had the highest guaranteed quarterback until yesterday on that team. Okay? Right? They went as far as we did last year in the playoffs. And up until the Cowboys won, most of those people thought that the Cowboys were going to get mollywopped. That the Cowboys offense was CeeDee Lamb just getting in there, that they weren't going to do anything. And so, surprise, surprise, the Cowboys win 33-17. And lo and behold, people don't want the Cowboys to say, to enjoy it. The fact that they had two rookies out there playing, starting on the offensive line, the fact they had a rookie cornerback out there starting, nobody wants to give the Cowboys any credit. Instead, they want to go ahead and kill the Browns. Oh, poor coaching, Deshaun Watson. He should be benched. He's one season away from being the biggest free agent bust of all time. Russell Wilson is like, hey, somebody else is taking that mantle from me. Watch what they do tomorrow. Watch what they do. Because there's a little something that the Cowboys have that the Eagles don't and the 49ers. Because, see, here's what's funny. The Cowboys go on the road to Cleveland, right? Season opener. They don't usually do well at season openers. They win on the road. San Francisco plays against the Jets with Aaron Rodgers coming back from Achilles' heel. And I'm going to put this out there, and people can kill me. People can kill me for saying this. But I think we are beginning to see the end of Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers, I want you to understand that last year, I believe he won MVP. I believe they were 13-3 or 13-4. I can't remember if the season had changed. But they were the number one seed in 2021. I believe he had 36 TD passes, 37 TD passes, the same as Dak Prescott and the same as Pat Mahomes. He took home the MVP. They were the number one seed in the NFC. We lost to San Francisco and beat up San Francisco. They were nicked and bruised. San Francisco goes to Green Bay and beats them on a week's worth of rest. I want to say they scored all of 9 points at home. People, of course, said, well, it was cold in Green Bay. It's always cold in Green Bay, and San Francisco's not a team, it's a cold weather team. But since that time, Aaron Rodgers hasn't done anything. But we still all give him, oh man, Aaron Rodgers, he's great, he's great, he's great. Now, San Francisco, they got the win. Congratulations. 32-19 against a team that was ass last year at home. The Eagles, they go to Brazil. They're the home team, and they squeak out a win that they really had no business winning against Green Bay, but counts as a home game. Again, the Cowboys won on the road. It's tougher to win on the road. Now, mind you, it was in the AFC, so it doesn't count as much as the win that the win over Green Bay that the Eagles had. But still, getting a road win for a team that lost 5 last year on the road is huge. But watch tomorrow what they say about San Francisco. They will praise San Francisco tomorrow. Oh my God, they're headed back to the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy, great without Christian McCaffrey. He showed that he's a franchise quarterback. The Cowboys, well, we got to see more from the Cowboys. You know, it was the Cleveland Browns. Oh, Deshaun Watson is terrible. Watch. It will be the polar opposite tomorrow. But that's okay. That's okay. We got New Orleans this week, and I got 2 buddies on the New Orleans Saints, Demario Davis and John Ridgeway. We can't be friends this week. Next Monday we can be friends. Sorry, John. John, you like my son. You like my son, okay? We're kindred spirits. No, nose tackles. But not this week. Not today. Demario, you're incredible, dude. But not today. We definitely need to get that win against New Orleans to get some momentum going and start to establishing the type of team that we are. Cowboys, they got Dak's deal done. They got CeeDee Lamb's deal done. They saved some money on this year's cap that they can roll over into next year to make getting Micah Parsons signed. And for those out there that think that, it's funny, the stuff that we get when it comes to Dak Prescott. Oh man, his teammates going to be pissed off that garbage ass quarterback's getting paid. You see how happy Micah Parsons is? You see his offensive linemen are like, here's my wrist size for that Rolex, And Micah's kind of like, I want one too. But here you got Dak. It's easy to say I don't care about money when you got tons of it. I'll be honest with you, Dad. When you get a check for $81 million, I'm going to say that it's kind of easy to say, oh, I don't care about money. Okay, all right. It's easy to say that when you got it. When you're a broke ass like me, you can say that money means a lot. But he's on a mission right now. He's on a mission to win a Super Bowl. And I hope, in the same way I hoped that Tony Romo could have gotten one, and DeMarcus Ware could have gotten one here, and Jason Witten and Des Bryant, I hope that we can get one here with Dak Prescott. The thing that I think part of the reason why the Cowboys came out there fired up in the first half and just blew their wad was what this deal represents. Now, the haters out there, y'all say mediocrity. That's what I'm sure that'll be Stephen A. Smith will be saying that. But for the players on the team, what this actually represents after a season of so many unknowns. we've heard the media and the players that they want to block out the crap that you get from the media and stuff, but you can't help to hear and see for your own eyes when you know that Dak's not, Dak was a runner-up MVP, and you mean they ain't signed him? CeeDee Lamb broke the Cowboys records. They ain't signed him. Mike McCarthy's had 3 years, 12-5 record. They ain't signed him. Shit. Bro, I'm on third string. The fuck is going on? Excuse my language. If they ain't signing those guys, what chance do I got? But getting CD done and getting Dak done represents stability. You know that Dak is going to look. Dak and CD, that they own too much money. They ain't going nowhere. So they're going to be here. And I think you had your players a little bit relieved because now they know, okay, this is my quarterback. This is my wide receiver. And for Micah to say, oh, they got paid, but not only did they get paid and get their money, there's more money now to go around for me. So this is a win all the way around. Here's the other thing. People want to talk about, well, Dak has been around for, this is his 9th year. He's been around for so long. You think if Dak Prescott wasn't performing that he would still be around with the Cowboys? That he would still be getting these contracts? Take a look at what Deshaun Watson was on that field. Here's what's crazy. Deshaun Watson, best season, he had 30 TDs and over 4,000 some odd yards. And everybody on a 4-12 team, and everybody said, oh my God, that guy right there, he's special. He's a top 5 quarterback. He had one good season. He got a boatload of money and has yet to do a damn thing. You realize if they bench that guy? They owe him, not this year. I don't know what his cap number is after they restructure it. I think it's like 35. But they owe him $73 million guaranteed next year and $73 million the year after. You're talking about benching that guy who literally will destroy your cap. Watching Daniel Jones. You remember last year, before the first game, Greg Jennings, I'll take Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott. Tiki Barber, I'll take Daniel Jones 100 times out of 100 over Dak Prescott. He got his $160 million deal, and they really don't have a backup, and they want to bench him. Y'all remember Carson Wentz too, right? Okay, just check it. Asking for a friend. So you see all these guys that have been there, that have been good. Now again, I'm going to be interested to see how Justin Herbert is this year. His second year, boom, 38 TDs, 5,000 yards. Everybody all of a sudden thought, oh my God, this guy is freaking incredible. We'll see how he does, see if he turns things around with Harbaugh. But the last 2 years, and he got paid, average quarterback. Average. And then you got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow did take his team to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to take that away from him. But you look and you see, he tore his ACL his rookie year. Then he had calf problems and stuff the last 2 years and stuff, and all kinds of different ailments. And now you look at it and say, was that second year? Now, he has owned Kansas City a little bit, but was that second year the exception or the rule? The one thing you can say about Dak is he's been pretty steady throughout and getting better all the time. So, haters, you can suck on it. Dak ain't going nowhere. And I've been talking for a long time because the fire has been way out. But that's okay. Um, mm. James Earl Jones, the voice, passed away today, 93. He had a great life. But Curtis Bine lost his wife this weekend. One of the great fans that are on here. Unexpectedly. She's only 39 years old. Curtis, we send you our thoughts and our prayers. And they have a GoFundMe that's up to help pay for funeral arrangements. We had it in the stream, and I'll post it in the community tab. If you can help out Curtis and his family to take care of his wife and stuff, it would be greatly appreciated. And this is where I always say, because, starting the season and, the fantasy football drafts that were last week and things, I'm not a big fantasy football person, but Stuart Morrison loved fantasy football. And it was great having Stuart run that fantasy football league and getting everybody together and stuff, and being able to say, I got a fantasy football team, and he'd call me up and say, oh, who you want to start this week? And I'd say, oh, we want to start blah, blah, blah. And he'd say, no, you don't. No, you don't. No. Here's what you really, but if you really do, but you really don't. I miss that. And seeing the misery of Cop Pizzle and seeing how bad the Giants are, I miss those meltdowns of Rashid. Oh, I miss those. And I miss talking to my friend. So, always remember that tomorrow's not guaranteed, people. And make the most of every day. Tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. God willing, we'll all be here tomorrow. Peace out.